What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Corey and this is Williams Workshop. In today's video, before we actually hop into it, I want to let you guys know about a little giveaway that we're doing. So right now we are actually doing a giveaway for a Centauri Carbon when we get to 15,000 subscribers. So make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and leave a thumbs up on the video. The closer we get to 15,000 subscribers, I'm going to let you guys know exactly how you can win that Centauri Carbon. So make sure you do that before we get the video even kicked off. Now that we got the video kicked off, I want to say a thank you to FlexiSpot for actually sending me out their E7 standing desk. When I built this space down here for all the 3D printers that you can kind of see in the back here, and turned this into the YouTube studio as well, I needed a couple extra desks for filming, as well as having a place where I can set up my laser engravers and where I can just sit down and I didn't have to keep going back and forth upstairs. So I was able to pick up this FlexiSpot desk from them, as well as I got a Deskhaus Apex Pro as well. So I want to do a comparison between these two, because whether you guys run a 3D printing business or you just do 3D printing as a hobby, a solid desk is extremely important for either one of those applications. So I do want to do a comparison, because these are two of the biggest standing desks that you can find right now in the market. So I want to see if it's worth spending extra money for the Apex over the E7. So I want to kind of go over that with you guys. So if you are in the market for a standing desk and you are a 3D printer like myself, a 3D printer, you're not an actual 3D print, you know what I mean? So I want to make sure that you guys have a full understanding of what you can figure or what you can get when you're buying either one of these desks. And I absolutely recommend both of them. Just depends on what your budget is. So I'll go into that a little bit in the video. So let's go ahead and start with the unboxing experience. So when it comes to the unboxing, I have to give the unboxing experience to the FlexiSpot E7. The directions were extremely easy. It came with a ton of accessories as well, give me one second. And the FlexiSpot desk came with a couple accessories. Like I have this monitor arm here. I took it off for the video, but I use it to actually set my monitor up over here. And the overall unboxing experience was extremely straightforward with the FlexiSpot E7. I was able to get it unboxed, look through all the directions in probably less than an hour. It's probably way less than that. I don't remember timing myself, but it was easy, simple. The directions walked me through everything. I didn't have to go on the internet. However, with the Deskhaus, I had to go through and find the user manual / YouTube tutorials on how to put this together. Looking back, I probably didn't need to. I probably could have easily just figured it out, but it was nice that the FlexiSpot desk, I didn't have to do any guessing on what part went where. So I was able to get all the directions right in the packaging here. The packaging everything came very well packaged, well organized, and it was easy for me to put everything together. Same thing with this one. This one absolutely came well organized, easy to put together. It just was missing the directions. I had to hop on YouTube and find a whole video on how to put the desk together. So I definitely have to give the ease of use and putting together to the FlexiSpot desk, especially when it comes to the overall packaging and everything. So got to go with the FlexiSpot for that one. And then when it comes to the design as well, the design of the desk is going to kind of be a user preference. Both of these have a four-leg design. FlexiSpot does put their logo on the side here, which I'm not a huge fan of. However, I think, and the Apex doesn't have anything on the sides here. So if you are someone who doesn't really like branding on anything, you are probably like the Apex a little bit better. So you can see here, it's clean on the side, nothing there. But the FlexiSpot has the FlexiSpot logo on the side here. So I'm not a huge fan of that. You don't really ever see it. And the FlexiSpot is a little bit bulkier as well. So depending on what you like, you actually might like the bulky look a little bit better. I will say I do like, when it comes to the design, I do like the user interface on the Autohaus desk a little bit better than the FlexiSpot one. I found myself hitting this too many times. It's probably a user error, but I found the touchscreen is nice and responsive, but when I would bump up on it, it would actually go off. So that's the only thing I didn't like about the design for the FlexiSpot. I have to give the design element over to the Apex. But again, this one is significantly more expensive. So there are some things that you are gonna be sacrificing with the FlexiSpot that you wouldn't sacrifice with the Auto or with the Deskhaus one. However, some of the things you aren't gonna sacrifice is the overall capacity. So this has a capacity of 540 pounds. So you can have multiple 3D printers on here. You can even sit on this desk as it goes up and down. I'm gonna drop this down to sitting height. So at sitting height, when I go and push this thing up, because it has a bulkier design, it actually gives it about a 540 pound capacity, weight capacity. Obviously, I'm nowhere near 400 or 540 pounds. And if you think so in the comment, that's crazy. However, when you go and put this all the way up to 50 inches off the ground, 51 inches, 51.6 inches, you can see the desk is not even, it's not moving. And I don't know how many pounds I am. However, you can see here, it's not moving even when I'm riding this up and down. So the bulky design, it does have some benefits, and one of them is the capacity. So you can definitely tell something like this. I'm gonna try this same thing on the Apex Pro and see if I can get the same results. I don't know. Let's take a look. All right, so at a sitting spot or sitting height, I'm gonna ride this up. Oh, yep. I'm gonna ride this up, get this all the way to the top and see if when I shake it, if it moves. We're gonna see. A million years later. So another thing, this is about 2 inches lower. Either one though, it's not moving at the top. So that's kind of nice on both sides there. So I'm gonna put this down. So for design wise, I have a preference for the touchscreen on the Deskhaus desk. However, the bulky frame with the FlexiSpot makes it look a little nicer in my opinion, as well as it gives it a more sturdy frame. And you can see when it's down here, it's not moving. When it was at the top, it's not moving. And same thing with this one here as well. But for right now, gotta give the design over to, that's a tough one. I think it's it's probably a draw because I like the screen better on the the Deskhaus, but I like the functionality better on the FlexiSpot because I have multiple. I have a 1, a 2, and then I have a standing and a sitting spot where I only have 3 spots over here. So it's probably a wash when it comes to the design aspect of things. Now, when it comes to the options are gonna definitely have to go over to the FlexiSpot. I got a bamboo top for both of them. I ordered 2 FlexiSpot bamboo desktops. You can get like curved ones if you're into gaming. You can get multiple colors. And with the Auto House, I think it only comes in 2 colors, maybe 3 colors, where the FlexiSpot frames, I think comes in 4 or 5 colors, as well as a wide variety of different tops as well, where the tops from the Deskhaus guys is a lot more limited and they're significantly more expensive. It's $975 for just the frame for the Deskhaus, where this one is $600. Then when you add the tops in, this one is well over like $1,500 to get a nice top, where you can get this for probably under $1,000 for a nice top. And regardless of if you're into gaming, what color you have, the color scheme you want to go with, I would say the FlexiSpot definitely takes it when it comes to the options that you have. So if you want to change it and just don't want to go with bamboo and you want to go with, you know, a hard maple top, if you want to go with red cherry, there's so many different options. I'll leave them linked down below for you as well, so you can see all the different options from FlexiSpot. And again, I think the biggest thing I really want to elaborate on and really talk about is even with this FlexiSpot desk being $675, where this is so for $300 less, you're getting the same stability with this. You can see as I go all the way up, I'm gonna go all the way up here, and I'm gonna jump off actually. You can see it's not wobbling or anything. I'm gonna hop down here, and look, I mean, it doesn't move. It's actually, it's moving on the floor before it's actually wobbling or anything like that. So again, for me, if I'm looking to have a desk, especially for just down in my area, I don't need a $1,000 desk from AutoHouse where I'm just spending $1,000 on the frame, where I can buy a nice top, a really solid base for under $1,000 with the FlexiSpot E7 desk. I don't want to say it's not much of a comparison because they look very similar and they're relatively close in price. I mean, $300 isn't like the end of the world, but $300 gets you a chair. It gets you so many other accessories. It gets you a new 3D printer. It actually gets you a Elegoo Centauri Carbon. So again, make sure you're subscribed down below so you don't have to buy it. But for an extra, so for under $1,000, you can get this whole setup. And for just over $1,000, you can get just the legs on this. So for me, it's kind of easy to say FlexiSpot wins this battle when it comes to which desk I would recommend, especially if you have a 3D printing room. I would absolutely go with the FlexiSpot desk. You can see, again, the stability's here. When you push on it, it actually just moves before it even starts to wobble. I'm actually going to demonstrate a little bit further. So I'm going to demonstrate how stable it is with this cup of water here. So I'm going to bring you guys a little closer. Let it sit for a second. Let me show you what I mean. The water is not moving. So when it comes to buying a desk, especially for a setup like I have down here, putting 3D printers on here, I'm going to be able to use both of these for sure. But if I were you, especially knowing that I can pick this up for under $1,000, and if you use my code YTE750, I can save you an additional $50 off. Everything will be linked down below for you. You can pick this up for well under $1,000. This is gonna be just for the legs about $1,000. So you can get a top and the legs for the same price as the legs. Absolutely no brainer, especially if you're gonna be using it for your 3D printing room. Again, a desk is more than just simply, hey, I can sit and stand at it. If you need it for YouTube setups like I have here, or even putting your 3D printers on, either one of these desks would be a great option for you. If I were you, I would save a little bit money and go with the E7 desk and put that towards a new 3D printer. So other than that, guys, I will catch you guys in the next video. I appreciate you guys tuning. Again, make sure you check out FlexiSpot down below, and thank you to FlexiSpot for and once again, thank you. And that's gonna wrap up today's video, guys. So with all that being said, I'm gonna wrap up today's video by saying, don't forget to check out FlexiSpot down below. And thank you to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.